Hi there, welcome to the Overcharm Chatter 2. I'm here to recap. I forgot that quick. The Love and Marriage Huntsville season 10. I don't know how the hell it's season 10. I think it's episode like 5 or something. But whatever episode it is, I'm so happy. So happy I ain't gotta look at Trish and Ken. I don't think I could. If they was gonna be the main star of this episode, I don't think I was gonna do it. But it still got on my nerves anyway because we seen a lot of Nell and she gets on my nerves. The way the sound of her voice drives me crazy, and she does need therapy. I don't know why the fuck she thinks she don't. So anyway, let's start off. So we got Martell getting out of the car, clothes tight as a motherfucker, like his shirt about to bust open. And soon he meeting Chris Fletcher and Destiny to talk about this house that he lost in the bankruptcy, 7 bedroom, 7 bath swimming pool. I think it's a million something home. He says it's gonna take him 8 to 9 months to put it up. And Chris said usually a house with a price tag over $1 million takes about a year to sell, but it won't take him that long. So anyway, Martell is having to meet with them because he never did a split commission. He don't know how it's supposed to work or nothing. But Chris said it don't matter because he gonna sell the house. He don't know what he don't know. He don't got no stats on what Destiny could do. He ain't never known nothing that she sold or nothing. But it don't matter. He gonna do what he need to do to get the house sold. So they ordered food, and like I said, as soon as I seen him get out of the car, his clothes was too damn tight. And as soon as he went in the restaurant, they seen him, they was clowning him, talking his shirt about to pop open and shit. So anyway, it was funny. So they started talking about the house, and she said she remembers seeing the house because he sent them to her. She still got them in her email. So he said he don't know about the free structure and all that, but they were about it. They said when they ordered lunch, I guess it's lunch, and they start acting like the two men start acting like two goddamn nosy ass women. Who you dating? Who you dating? You dating this one? You messing around with Chris? What about Will? Why you come with? How you know this one? So it's like, damn, you just dating everybody. She said, I date who I want to date, but I ain't fucking nobody. So Martell was like, well, how that work? He said, I don't think that women holding out is cool. She was like, well, I'm holding out because you ain't get hit in this now unless you committing it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pussy running through no drug ladies through here. You know, I date who I want to date. I don't have to do nothing with nobody I don't want to. So he said, well, you better back out off Will though. So they show Will talking shit to them in the gym. Talking about he a hit it and quit it man. One time hit it, quit it man. So anyway, she said, listen, I've been went with Quan. Well, what you supposed to come with? They was just asking her a question about everybody. So she said her and Lance ain't work. And Chris said, okay. And she said, oh, you was supposed to be, I want you to be my father-in-law. So anyway, they passed that off. So she said her and Lance is done. So she can't. So she said, well, Will won't be it if he think he gonna hit it and quit it. She said he keep it 100%. And he does. He was telling the dudes, "Hey, I got a lot of love to give. I just can't give it away. It's not. It's too much for one person or some shit." She said. So he was telling the dude, she got instead of he used to fuck with women. He used to give him 1 day. She got 3 days to give him them drawers, or he gonna be out. So anyway, he talking all that shit. So, Martell wanted to know. He asked Destiny, how the fuck you gonna get a man if you holding out? And she was like, dude, I got standards and that's what it is. And if you ain't got them, that's cool. So anyway, they finished having their lunch. So we had Nell and Chris' house, and she fucking around messing with some flowers or something. Her house look old and antiquated, like old people house. So she happy because she trying to open up a posh and prissy boutique that she always wanted to do ever since she was a teenager. So they sit down and talk because Lance just rehired his brother, Chris. He rehired Chris to come back and work for him. And Chris already talking shit to Nell because he's saying that he don't pay him enough. So we see Lance talking in the confessional, and he said, I pay him. This motherfucker ain't got no skills. He don't got no skills. He don't have no skills, so I pay this nigga, his skill level. So he was like, it's cool with me. This second time he done work for me, so he back again. So he tell Lance, so Chris tell Nell that Lance coming over. When Lance come over, he sat down and he said, "Yeah, we all need to talk. It's been a while since we had a meeting." So she was like, "I don't really want to do no dinner." And he was like, he said, "What's the difference between a dinner and a party?" She said, "Party, we all gonna be cool, but if it's a dinner, we all kind of gonna be on edge." So he said, "It don't matter. We need to talk, and we need to talk now because it's just gonna build up if we don't." So anyway, they said, "Okay, we're gonna talk." So fucking Chris is playing, but he said, "You want me to have Dr. Francis there?" And she said, "If Dr. Francis come." Nell said, "If Dr. Francis come, I ain't coming." So she swears she don't need therapy, but she needs the most therapy out of the whole group. So we got Destiny, and she's meeting with Will. He wanted to have a skate date, and he tried to be slick. He just want to have a skate date because he can be putting his hands on her and shit. Tell her if she fall on her tail, he'll massage it for her. He's just trying to fuck. So anyway, they skating and it ain't going good because I don't know why she wore a skirt on a skate date, even though she had leggings underneath of it. I don't know. I just wouldn't. I don't like how she dressed. I just keep it real. So anyway, they go sit down at the table, and I'm wondering why Destiny's still sitting here. With two motherfuckers. I got four kids, four fucking baby mamas. I was engaged one time before, but it ain't really work out. When she asked this motherfucker question, he deflected something. Do you like commitment? I mean, I like commitment if I'm committed to the right person. Fuck out of here. I was like, why are you sitting there listening to her? So she's still trying to ask this nigga questions, right? Like, what you about? He doing that high school shit. He just want to see what them drawers look like. If they get wet, is anything in them, and go on about his business. Be like, yeah, she was cool, but you got four fucking kids, four different baby mamas. You believe in marriage, but you ain't never been married. You ain't scared of commitment if you got the right person or persons. So Destiny was like person. She said, "Ooh, child, you ain't gonna like me then. I got only child syndrome. Child, me too. I ain't sharing shit with nobody." So anyway, she said, "Well, let me just tell you this. What I heard that Martell said that you the type that hit it and quit it." He said, "That's what he told you." So anyway, he started twisting the shit around. He was like, "So what's up with you with Quan? That's my boy." She like, "Oh my god, all y'all." She dating all four of y'all motherfuckers or three, four of y'all. All y'all motherfuckers know each other, related or some kind of guard friend or best friend or some shit. So he trying to play it like Quan told them that they was. I don't know what Destiny doing. She grown, she single. Whatever she want to do, she want to do it. But it's make it seem like he know that she did something with. I don't know. I don't even give a fuck. She grown. Do your own shit. So anyway, what she need to do is just get her ass up from the table. If she looking for somebody to get her value, that nigga ain't there. So when he was sitting there fucking with her, he was like, "What kind of bodyguard?" She said, "We had a business dinner." He said, "That's what y'all call it, a business dinner." So she said herself, "There's no degree of separation up in this motherfucker. None." So I think this is when my headache really starting to come in right here on this next page. Okay, yeah. No, not yet, almost. So Martell, Will, and Ken finally catch this nigga, but I'm glad I don't see Ken in. But it was just a little bit of him. I could deal with Ken just a little bit. So they all playing ball at some fucking gym. So they started talking about Destiny. Yeah, how was your day? He said, "My day was real cool, dude." He said, and he said, "How was your day?" He said, "Yeah, cause she was talking." I was like, "Dude, she'll hit it, ain't he'll hit it, quit it, nigga." He was like, "Funny you brought that up, Martell, because she did tell me that you said that." He said, "Did she?" And so Martell ain't. I was proud of Martell. He was like, "Yeah, I told her." He said, "Yo, that's my girl. I know her since high school, dude. She like she my girl, and you ain't about trying to do nothing serious. Yo, you ain't fucking over my friend, dog. So I had to look out for her." So he said, "Did you ask her about Twan?" He said, "Yeah, for real." You said I know him, but he said, but she lied to my face because she told me she ain't really dealing with him like that. But I know him, so he said, I'm cool. What is she cool? He said, as long as she honest. But even he ain't honest, so they were just all laughing and shit because he was like, I don't try not step on no. I brought it up to him because I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. Y'all motherfuckers don't care who step on whoever toes. Cause y'all know she was seeing all y'all and ain't none of y'all pulled back. You still asking her to go out. Lance, I don't know what the fuck he doing, but y'all still messing with her. So y'all trying to see who's gonna get it first. So anyway, it's time. Here's my headache. It's time for Chris and Nell toxic ass mental dinner. So she said they're having a dinner because they need to explain the borders to their children because they are hurting their parents. So Lance tell him that he inviting Kiera to dinner. He said he like her, but they was like, you invite her to dinner, you would date Destiny, and we close to her, and you ain't never have over here for no family dinner. So he was like, it ain't what y'all, I like her, so she might as well break her in now. So they said to this one, no, you could invite her to something else. They was like, well, she here now. So Chris come over, and all the kids start coming in. Chris Jr. come in, and they said they found out that his shit. They woke up and his shit was in their backyard or something. And where was he at? He got put out. I don't know why he got put out, but he had been sleeping in his car for like 2, 3, 4 days, 10 days or some shit, 2 days, and they come to find out that the daughter and Lance's girlfriend know each other from being in daycare, some shit. I don't know. The first time was, but this is the first time Lance is introducing his siblings to them. So Nell says she ain't cooked, but she had to invite the girl over again so she can come over and cook, and she come to a family dinner. Now Nell pit made me sick because she act like her son is such a fucking prize. I guess we all do because I think my sons are prizes too. But I don't bait women like that. I don't care. Why you putting her on like you really like her? Then in the shadows, you like, she moving too fast. She this and that. Don't call me mama, girl. Call me Miss Nell. You called your own self mama. So she said, oh, I can call you mama. Then you don't want her to call you mama, bitch. Then let it be Nell. She just get on my nerves. So anyway, the men go sit down and talk. All the women in one room and the men in the other one. And Chris said he couldn't get no sleep because Lane's baby was not feeling good. So he kind of slept in. And I guess the Chris Flex, the youngest one, the Chris Jr. got a baby. And he said he loved being a dad, and Chris said he liked hearing that. So Nell in the kitchen is telling all everybody business. So they talking about Destiny, and the Carrie girl said every time she turned around, Destiny was looking at her in her face, kind of like smiling at her, eyeing her. And I was like, well, if you see her watching you, then you got to be watching her. If you see her watching you, then you got to be looking at her. I'm just saying. The bitch would never see me staring her way. And if I was staring her way, she would never be able to claim it. I'm just telling you. I ain't looking at no dude I used to fuck with, bring to a party another bitch, and I'm looking at her. I will look at her when we meet, if we get introduced, or I introduce myself. Then if I'm clocking her shoes and her outfit, she won't never see me doing it. Bitch, if I gotta put on a pair of sunglasses in the dark, she won't tell nobody that. She could look at me like she kind of felt like a type of way. And then he gonna know busting it up. Well, he was going to bed and sitting the kids. I was watching the kids and he was running out to get the pizza. And I looked outside and there was a car out there and it was Destiny and they was outside talking. So when they come back in there, the ladies come join the table to eat the dinner. The girl said, Kiera look at Lance and said, yeah, your mother was in there chit chatting to me and said Destiny was over here and you was outside talking to her. He said, I wasn't really talking to her. I mean, I came back from the piece and I looked. There was a car in the driveway and I looked and I was like, damn, that's Destiny. So I went over there and talked to her about 10 minutes. 10 minutes? I thought what was you talking about for 10 minutes? I don't know. He said, I am a gentleman. I am going to talk to the lady. So anyway, Nell sitting over there adding fuel to the fire. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Maybe she was a little bit jealous because you was up in the party with he came to the party with you. I was like, no, shut the fuck up, yo. Just why you saying anything? So shut up. Even if I seen that shit and I wanted to know what was going on, I wouldn't have asked my son why his girl or the girl that he liked was sitting there. So it was still Nell in her thing talking shit. I mean, she talking about we won't have to worry about this. What's friends with the friend line here? What's the friend line with the friend line? Because when you want me to be your girlfriend, you're gonna ask me to be your girlfriend, right? So she's like, she's trying to push my baby. Girl, shut up. So, she was like, what was y'all talking about? He said she wasn't doing nothing. She was just driving around trying to put her kid to sleep, her son to sleep. So that's when Chris said, well, he don't say it dead, but he said it because we know he said. He said she live across town. Why the fuck is she over here trying to put him to sleep? So anyway, um, Quan said he went out with a date with her for it was a business meeting, and somebody said, "Oh, so now she paying for it." I don't know. They was talking shit. So and so was what's her name? What's that girl name? So was Nell, and he said, "We know we all single. We just chilling." So she said, "So Tara look at Lance and says, is that what we doing? Are we chilling?" He said, "No, baby, we the heat." And I think his sisters laughing and they like it. So she said, we dating, but if you wanted to go further, you have to ask me to be your girlfriend. And that's when I was like, oh, she's so doing the most. Shut up, girl. She said, and I don't understand because I was asking Lance the other day, was he ready for a relationship? And he said no. Next thing I know, you sitting at my table. That's what she pretty much said. So then that's when Chris say, I need to talk to you, little Chris. Why the fuck was you in your car? Why you ain't call somebody? He was like, you know why I ain't call nobody? Because I handled it myself. He said and it was cool too, because I ain't got nobody to say, Chris, why you do this? How come that? Why you always? He said, I just dealt with my own shit. And he said, well, sometimes I think y'all help so much, y'all cripple us. And he said, no, y'all just feel entitled. And he said, it's been so many times I wanted to let you go. And she said, you wanted to let him go. You mean you wanted me to let him go? He go Nell getting in it. She said, you know why? Because what? I ain't want him to go to prison because I ain't did this and I ain't that. So anyway, Lance get in and he asked the question and he answered the question and you don't like the answer, you fucking with him. She said, you don't gotta defend him to me. I can defend my own damn husband. Y'all stress me out. And everyone, if y'all paid me what y'all owe me, it's things I want. I was like, man, I'm so sick of this. We don't, y'all know what are the boundaries? We talk about money. And so Lance said, the only thing we ever talk about around this motherfucker is money. And I ain't got no money from you since then. She said, yes, you have. I help you since them boundaries. I can use that money. I'm told you I'm trying to open up my one store. I'm only one person. And she slammed the table. And I was like, she's so fucking just she talking shit. She slamming shit. Everybody needs to just shut the fuck up. And she get up and leave. And I said, and she don't think she need no fucking therapy. So listen, oh, I wanted to say this too. Chris kind of jumped when they was all at that having lunch. Martell, Chris, and Destiny. Chris kind of jumped in Destiny ass because he said, "Why was she out there and all y'all was on her like that?" So Destiny said, "I didn't want her to feel that way because that's not what it was." Destiny did need to take her ass out there though because Destiny started. As old as these motherfuckers is, I don't know it's because they gotta create shit for the show. But you know certain shit that you don't tell, that you hear, that you don't go back and tell people because it's gonna cause creation, it's gonna cause confusion and chaos and hurt feelings. I mean, you know how much slick shit I done had one of my friends say to me about another one of my friends. And what I do when they say some slick shit that I think is a little bit too much, I be like, dog, you know you ain't supposed to say no shit like that. And then I just leave it. But I don't go back to, girl, let me tell you what she said about you the other day when you said, I don't do that because I know what that shit'll do, and they know too. So anyway, she was like, I don't want her to feel that way. He said, yeah, because he was telling us. Chris was like, yeah, because Destiny and my wife is close, and for her to let them jump on her like that shit. So he said something to her about it. So she said, I don't want her to feel that way. I'm gonna have to talk to her. She was trying to explain to him the reason why I was out there is because she ain't say it like this because I started that shit and I need to be out there to make sure that it was communicated that I started that shit. So listen, you could have been anywhere, but you've been here with me for 19 minutes and 27 seconds, and I love you for it. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye now.